What's up everyone? It's me, Sammy, and welcome to my tutorial on how to speedrun stick core any % normal in under 15 minutes. A time which has only been achieved by 2 runners. Let's do this! But wait a second, you ask. Stick core is a Flash game, and Flash was removed in 2020. How am I meant to play the game? Got you covered. There are 2 methods runners use to play the game. Method 1 is using Flash32 and then dragging an SWF file downloaded from the internet into the player, which will run the game. Method 2 is using the Chrome extension Supernova player and then going to the browser which you could find the Flash games before Chrome removed Flash. The method you use is entirely up to preference, although both have their pros and their drawbacks. In the link in the description, I've left the downloads where you can download Flash32, as well as a tutorial from Ranch Dressing on how to download Supernova Player. Additionally, most speedrunners use the timer application called LiveSplit. If you're struggling to set up live splits, don't worry, I've left a link to Small Ant's tutorial, which will tell you how to set it up. Link in the description! Okay, so let's get on to some game mechanics. The unit that we'll be using most in the run is called the Swordwrath. It has 4 different attack animations. It has the stab animation, which is 30 frames long, the overhand animation, which is 31 frames long, kicking animation, 53 frames, and the slow animation, 61 frames. The Swordwrath costs 150 gold, making it the cheapest unit in the game. It can move in 4 directions by pressing WSAD to move up, left, down and right respectively. When taking control of the Swordwrath, you can press space to attack, and you can hold a direction whilst pressing space so that the Swordwrath gradually moves forward between attacks. When taking control of a Swordwrath, it has double HP and 3 times the damage. The other units you'll be using will be explained throughout the tutorial, so please keep watching. Now, before beginning the tutorial, I would highly encourage you to do a few no reset runs of stick or any % normal, just so you understand a little bit of how the game works. With a few completed runs under your belt, you can kind of understand and have a feel for the game. Hell, anyone can start somewhere, so don't worry about playing optimally. Okay, now that you have the game installed, timing officially starts once you pick the difficulty, so pick normal. And this first level has quite a bit to cover, so skip the tutorial, the button is right there. Summon 5 Swordwraths and then press attack. Now, usually when you mine, you want to mine all the way and then turn around. However, we're going to do a trick called fast mining. As you can see, when I have the bag full, I unselect and the miner turns around slightly faster. The key is we need an extra 130 gold to summon a 6th Swordwrath. So at full speed, this is what it should look like. Once you've done all of that, summon the 6th Swordwrath and immediately take control of the front Swordwrath. Move down to dodge the arrow and then move up to dodge subsequent arrow shots. You one-shot kill all of the Archidons with the controlled Swordwrath. Once you get to around here where you can see the end of the hill, make sure you move up to dodge the guy at the base and attack the statue. Another strat that works is moving the Swordwrath to the bottom of the statue rather than the middle and then looking to the left. That also works and it also has its own benefits. Play around a little bit until you find something that works. Now, do not summon another Swordwrath. You need your cursor around your army so that if your Swordwrath that you were controlling dies, you can take control of another Swordwrath. Hope for good animations and then destroy the statue. A common mistake here is to upgrade the foot. Do not upgrade the foot. Press ready, you'll understand why later. For this level, we're going to do a trick called the Garrison glitch. To perform it, all we're going to do is we're going to summon a Swordwrath, and then as soon as the Swordwrath gets summoned, you're going to press the Garrison button and then immediately select the unit you just summoned when he's behind the spears. This is what it's meant to look like at full speed. If done correctly, now press D to move forward, and if you've done the glitch correctly, you'll see that the units will completely ignore you. They won't attack you, so that you can easily backstab them and then win the level. Please note that you can only spend a minimum of 2 minutes and 2 seconds in the level, which means there's going to be a lot of downtime within the level. But as long as you do the garrison glitch, you've done the level correctly and there's no more time to be saved. Once you finish level 2, upgrade the Swordwrath's foot 3 times, saving the remaining 1 upgrade point. Now, take a look at level 3. Level 3, take a look at the player. Because you're going to be resetting here a lot. As soon as the level starts, summon 3 Swordwraths, attack and then mine for an extra 100. Then take control of the first Swordwrath. With this Swordwrath, you're going to press S and D to move to the bottom row, W and D to move around the Swordwrath charging in front of you, A and space to kill the Swordwrath, and then you want to press D to continue moving to the statue. Once you're at the statue, position yourself at around the middle of the field so that you can tank archer shots for your friends whilst they destroy the statue. Furthermore, press D and space so that you're gradually moving forward as you're destroying the statue. Don't forget to summon another Swordwrath. When the rush comes through, turn around so that you don't accidentally hit any of the enemy units and all your attacks attack the statue, and you should win the level. Well, most of the time that doesn't happen. That's why we summoned that extra Swordwrath. We can take control of it and then try to maneuver around the push that killed our initial army. But even then, the odds of winning are very slim. So that's why I recommend that if you do get burned out at level 3, just garrison glitch and learn the trick later. Before starting level 4, upgrade the Swordwrath's sword 3 times and then begin the level. This is the easiest level in the game, even if you do it suboptimally. As soon as the level starts, summon 3 Swordwraths, attack and then mine for an extra 100. Take control of the first Swordwrath and then hug the bottom row by pressing S and D at the same time. When you see these Spearton appear on your screen, press W and D at the same time to maneuver around him, and then bait the attack and then press A and D to backstab him. From there, you beat the level 99.9% of the time. Do not upgrade before starting level 5, and then start level 5. Level 5 is very similar to level 2. It has a minimum time of 2 minutes and 2 seconds, so that's why you can just use the garrison glitch to kill all the enemies. Nothing more. Once you've finished level 5, upgrade the crown 4 times before doing level 6. As soon as level 6 starts, summon 3 Swordwraths, attack, and then fast mine for an extra 130, similar to what we've done on level 1. Take control of the first Swordwrath, and then as you approach the statue, you want to move down slightly to dodge the Archidon shot, and then you want to move back to the middle. As the second Swordwrath approaches, take control of him and move him to the bottom row. Very important you move him to the bottom row, or the Magikills will stun you. Just in case, make sure you press S whilst you're pressing space so that you gradually move down as you're attacking. You should win the level most of the time. For level 7, you need to upgrade the miner's pickaxe twice and then start the level. This will make it so that you only need to mine 3 times to fast mine. Level 7 is quite execution heavy, but I will explain everything that you need to do. Start mining right away, and only after you see the bag getting filled up, summon Swordwraths and attack. The key is you want to fast mine for an extra 200. Once you've mined the extra 200, unselect the miner and then quickly scroll to the right to control the first Swordwrath and then press space immediately to kill the Swordwrath coming towards you. Then hug the top row, and then you're going to wait till you can see the statue, move to the center to dodge the bullet from the Archidon, and then from here you're going to tank shots similar to what you've done on level 3. Don't forget to keep summoning Swordwraths once you have 150. When the push comes, for the love of God, keep looking forward. If you look backwards, it's very likely that your army will also look backwards. Only if the enemy units are distracted by your units can you look backwards. Otherwise, look forwards, lose time, but you don't lose the run. Make sure you max upgrade your miner's pickaxe before starting level 8. This will make it so that you only need to mine twice in order to fast mine. To do level 8, you need to fast mine for an extra 200, then you need to take control of the front unit and then destroy the statue. This Spearton at the statue will always retreat, so make sure you're looking backwards and hope you win. Simple as that. Upgrade the Spearton spear twice before doing level 9. When the level starts, summon the Spearton immediately, and then what you want to do is fast mine until you can no longer see the Spearton on your screen. Make sure you're summoning Swordwraths as well, you're going to need those as well. Then you're going to take control of the Spearton and immediately hug the bottom row. When you approach the giant, make sure you man the fort so that the giant doesn't attack you, and then immediately attack once the Spearton has passed the giant. From here, you can just keep attacking with the Spearton, and the Archidon won't attack you. The giant that comes in the push, it won't attack you either. This is faster than doing the garrison strat, because when you do the garrison strat, the Spearton will look backwards for a split second, which means that it will have to cover more distance, hence losing time. Sometimes the Swordwraths can come to the statue and deal a little bit of damage. If that happens, then immediately man the fort once they deal a little bit of damage. You don't want to risk getting hit by the giant. Upgrade the miner's bag 3 times before doing level 10. You no longer need to rely on fast mining like it's a godsend. Summon 3 Swordwraths, try and mine a little bit of gold if you can, it doesn't matter. Do the garrison glitch once the Swordwraths are summoned. From here you want to kill the giant that is approaching you. This is the last level that is 2 minutes and 2 seconds capped. Now build an army, because you're going to need to attack the Swordwraths that are at the end of the level. Mine using the miner 3 times and then walk backwards to claim an extra 155 gold. Now listen out to the music as an audio cue to attack. When you hear this part of the music, press attack and then you'll win the level every time. Remember that in normal mode, when you take control of a max upgraded Swordwrath, you one-shot kill enemy Swordwraths, so take control of one of your units. There are no more upgrades needed in the run, so you can press ready once you finish level 10 and 11. The most consistent way of doing level 11 is by summoning Speartons and then building an army of Swordwraths to help that Spearton destroy the statue. Mine until the Spearton is in front of your statue and then take control of him. Move down immediately to dodge the arrow shot and then kill the enemy units that come your way. Keep moving forward and kill anything that comes your way. Don't forget to summon Swordwraths. Once you're at the statue, go to the bottom row, look backwards and hope you win the level. It's around a 50-50 chance of working. When the push comes towards you, the Swordwraths that you have summoned will distract the push so that the Spearton should have enough time to kill the statue on its own. And now you're on the last level of the game. To start, fast mine for an extra 172 and summon 3 Swordwraths and attack. Take control of the first unit, go to the bottom row and kill the initial push from the enemy. Then come to the statue and then kill the last Swordwrath in your way and then stand on the bottom row on the statue. Okay, now a few things to note. Do not forget to summon Swordwraths. You're going to need as many as possible for the final fight. Also, listen out for the music because there's going to be many pushes, but you only need to defend yourself from one. It's important that you kill the units now, otherwise they will sweep you later. So it's better to take a little bit of time loss now, kill the units, and then you won't get swept during the giant boss fight. When you've destroyed the statue, beware because enemies could still be coming towards you. Make sure you finish every single last one off before you prepare for the final battle. When the giant gets summoned, move the unit that you're controlling in front of him, and then you want to wait for his attack so that you can take control of the units behind him so that you're constantly dealing damage to him. A good rule of thumb is that you want to have the unit that you're controlling be in front of the giant so that if the giant moves forward, you don't need to readjust your position as much. Sometimes the giant will attack, but his damage won't register and it won't do anything. This is almost always a good thing, but don't use it as an excuse to be lazy. Pay attention to the unit you're controlling and don't forget to summon Swordwraths. Once you've dealt the last blow of damage, congratulations! You now know what it takes to get sub 15 in stick core any percent normal. Now just keep grinding until you've done it. Okay, even with this tutorial as an aid to assist you, you're not going to get sub 15 on your first attempt. It still is a very skill and luck intensive minute barrier to overcome. But what are some tips that you can use to PB more frequently? Tip number 1 is to know the route. I see too many runs being submitted that use the incorrect upgrade path of the game and have very lackluster knowledge, causing sloppy upgrade execution, losing time that could easily be saved. So here's a rundown of the upgrade route you will take, aided with lineups on where you should put your cursor after finishing a level. Level 1, upgrade nothing. Level 2, upgrade Swordwrath foot 3 times. Level 3, upgrade the sword 3 times. Level 4, upgrade nothing. Level 5, upgrade the crown 4 times. Level 6, upgrade the pickaxe twice. Level 7, upgrade the pickaxe once more. Level 8, upgrade the Spearton spear twice. Level 9, upgrade the bag 3 times. Level 10, 11 and 12, upgrade nothing. Tip number 2 is to practice the levels. As long as you keep practicing the levels over and over and over, you'll never think to yourself, wait shit, what do I do here? There are 3 main methods of practice that I use during my runs. First, continuing dead runs is a perfect way of building muscle memory, whilst also improving your skills within the game so that you lose as least amount of time as possible when things go pear-shaped. Side note, do remember that not all the strats that I mentioned in this video are required to get sub 15. If you don't want to do a full playthrough of the game, what I would recommend is having a save file before Magikill, so after level 5, and then practicing the middle to late game without having to wait the 2 minutes and 2 seconds needed for levels 2 and 5. If you're struggling with one level in particular, individual level runs are a great way to improve and correct any mistakes that you've made in runs. Furthermore, you can easily quit and restart the level again and again until you've nailed the execution needed to complete the level. And my final tip for this video is to have fun with the game. Remember that this is a game, so you need to have fun with it in order to make the grind less tedious. If you ever feel burnt out or bored of the game, please take a break. Real life does come first. Believe me, I know more than anyone on how this game can shaft you in the most unfair ways imaginable. But if this is a milestone that you want to conquer, never give up. Enjoy it, embrace it, and then finally you will conquer sub 15. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope that I have helped everybody who has given me their time to watch this tutorial. If you have any further questions, please do ask me in the comments down below. And join the Stick or Speedrunning Discord server. We're a friendly bunch who will be happy to help you no matter what. Please like, favourite, share, subscribe, and of course, make sure to view.